Your life begins in an alternate universe to the main DC universe, a universe with a partially reversed history in which Europe was discovered by Native Americans and President John Wilkes Booth was assassinated by Abraham Lincoln instead of the other way around. You are born on planet Krypton. The people on your version of Krypton are far more sinister and selfish than the main universe Krypton. Named Kal-Il by your parents, Jor-Il and Lara, you begin your life as a Kryptonian. You open your eyes and feel the gravity of Krypton weighing you down. Your parents look at you with high hopes, but before you can even take your first steps or first flights, your life was already in danger. Unlike Jor-El, who tried to save his people, Jor-Il was an egotistical scientist obsessed with power and pushed Kryptonian science beyond its limits, catching the attention of the Anti-Monitor and resulting in Krypton's imminent destruction. The Anti-Monitor is one of the most powerful cosmic entities in the DC universe, a destroyer of universes. He is the dark counterpart to the Monitor, embodying destruction while the Monitor represents the preservation. The Anti-Monitor has wiped out countless realities, consuming their energy to increase his own strength. Just before your planet is destroyed, your dad, Jor-Il, puts you into an escape pod set for Earth, hoping that you'll get revenge on the Anti-Monitor someday. While in the life pod, your dad's recordings teach you that you have to become the strongest. Strength is everything. And if you don't become the strongest, you'll be nothing. Your life pod crashes on a farm in Smallville, Kansas. You escape the pod and force dysfunctional alcoholic drug addicts Martha and Jonathan Kent to adopt and parent you.
7 years later.
Now 7 years old, most kids would be spending their time making new friends at grade school. You decide you've had enough of your adoptive parents and don't need them anymore. So as your power starts to manifest, you end their lives and burn down their farm. As your powers continue to manifest, you begin to notice changes in your body. You possess immense strength, flight, heat vision, and enhanced senses, much like the Man of Steel from the main universe. However, unlike Superman, you gain your power from kryptonite rather than being weakened by it, regularly inhaling its radiation to boost your abilities. You also lack Superman's vulnerability to magic, giving you an advantage against magic users. You are nearly invincible and indestructible. The key word there is nearly, because your greatest weakness, however, is direct sunlight, which weakens you rather than strengthening you. Additionally, your reliance on kryptonite means you constantly need exposure to kryptonite to maintain your power. Over the next few years, you grow into a powerful being, calling yourself Ultraman. First order of business? Assassinating the President of the United States, President John F. Kennedy, an iconic symbol of hope and leadership, in order to instantly establish your dominance and reshape the world in your own brutal image. You then go on to found the Crime Syndicate, a team of supervillains, serving as the evil counterparts to the Justice League. The members of your syndicate include your wife Superwoman, a rogue Amazonian who is this universe's Lois Lane, Johnny Quick, an impulsive and arrogant young speedster, Power Ring, who has a power ring based on magic, Deathstorm, a dark and twisted version of Firestorm, and finally, Owlman, a superb scientist and strategist. That is not Bruce Wayne, but Bruce Wayne's evil older brother, Thomas Wayne, who is secretly having an affair with your wife, Superwoman. You rule over the Earth for years, stopping uprisings and rebellions, well, until your not-so-favorite cosmic neighbor, the Anti-Monitor, discovers the Earth and begins to destroy it too. So you lead the Crime Syndicate to the main universe to conquer it, taking a masked captive with you. In your attempt to get to the main universe, you and the Syndicate are stuck in limbo in between universes.
5 years later.
Alfred, from your universe, known as Outsider, somehow managed to cross to the other side and frees you and the Crime Syndicate using an artifact known as Pandora's Box. You and the Syndicate arrive on main universe Earth to create chaos. You and the Crime Syndicate every hero you encounter and begin your rule on Earth. You capture Nightwing to expose his secret identity and release all imprisoned criminals and villains. As previously mentioned, sunlight weakens you. So what do? You move the moon to create a forever eclipse. Meanwhile, Superwoman and Owlman secretly plan to overthrow you so Owlman can lead the Syndicate. After hearing about a rebellion on Kondak, you bump into Lois Lane, this universe's version of your wife. Your encounter is cut short as you're interrupted by Black Adam and quickly get to fighting. Looks like he didn't get the Ultraman instruction manual on magic users, as you easily defeat him and continue on your way for Kondak. Upon arriving in Kondak, you are stopped by Metallo, a cyborg with a kryptonite heart. But all you see is a kryptonite buffet. After swiftly defeating him, you take his kryptonite heart and increase your power. Your wife Superwoman tells you that she is pregnant with your child and warns you that Owlman plans to betray you. As your rule continues, conflict ensues as Sinestro kills Power Ring, resulting in vibrations around the multiverse, catching the attention yet again of, drumroll please, the Anti-Monitor. Batman creates a new temporary team comprising of Batman, Lex Luthor, Catwoman, Sinestro, Black Adam, and Lex's Superman clone, Bizarro, come to the Watchtower in search for Nightwing. And as you guys return to the Watchtower, all-out war begins. In the midst of the chaos, the masked prisoner is revealed to be Mazaz, which is Shazam backwards, and the evil counterpart to Shazam, which also happens to be your universe's Lex Luthor. Superwoman reveals that he is her true lover and true father to her child, making this not a love triangle, but a love diamond. She reveals they have been planning to overtake both Owlman and Ultraman for years. Mazaz kills people on both sides of the conflict. Lex notices that Mazaz's voice sounds like his voice and says the name Mazaz, bringing him back to normal and stabbing him. Your Syndicate are overpowered, except for Owlman, who escapes. Nightwing is successfully rescued. Enraged at your losses, you attack Lex Luthor, but Sinestro and Black Adam move the moon back to its place, and the sunlight begins to weaken you. Now weakened, Lex Luthor easily defeats you. You beg Lex Luthor to finish you off, but he refuses, saying that he wants you to face your failure as the now weakest man on Earth. You and Superwoman are imprisoned by the Justice League, and your reign of terror on the main universe Earth was finally brought to an end. With Owlman still on the loose, the heroes remain vigilant, not realizing a bigger problem was at hand. The Anti-Monitor was still on his way for the Earth.